guys, thanks for checking out Steven Comics number 3. I appreciate everybody that checked out the first 2 videos, all the thumbs up, all the subscribers, all the comments. It's really pushing me to keep going, so I appreciate it a lot. First comic we're going to start out with is the adjectiveless X-Men, if you will. This was the rebirth in the 90s. This is one of the covers. Obviously, the print run on this was huge. People were hoarding it, hoping for a big bang that hasn't really happened, but I still think it's a comic that you need to pick up. This is comic number 2. This is number 3. The series was drawn by Jim Lee, and Claremont is the writer. Claremont only stayed on for, I want to say, the first 3 issues, sort of issue number 4, and then Lee kept it going for a while. This is kind of where a lot of people gave up on comics after this, though. At least that's what I've read. The 90s was kind of a big dumping ground for people in their collections. People are kind of already talking about that in today's comic culture. When is the drop going to occur? Which I hope it occurs soon, because you know what? That allows me to pick up some issues cheap that I've been looking for. And if you're going to pick up all those issues, you might as well also look for this one. This is the 20th anniversary recoloring edition. This one sells for a premium because the print one was nowhere near as high as all those other ones. I got this for a good find. I found it for $5 at my local shop. And it sells for a lot higher on eBay. But it's worth the pennies. The coloring on it's great. Alrighty, let's go to something a little bit older here. This is Avengers 141. If you checked out my last video, you saw that I showed Avengers 134 through 140. 141, it's kind of a big deal. It started the Squadron Supreme series. I know it says Squadron Sinister on there, but I'm pretty sure that was an error. This is also the first George Perez work on the Avengers. So that's pretty big for me. Here's number 142. This one's got the Avengers battling in the Wild Wild West. It's still part of the the Serpent Crown saga. Here's 143. The Avengers break loose. Now this one's pretty cool. This was like the last appearance by Kang for years and years on the Avengers. Kang's one of those villains that I have a feeling is gonna pop up in a movie. He is powerful like Thanos. He's a time traveler. He's collected in a bunch of stories from the Avengers and all the other Marvel heroes. This one's kind of a hot book alert. This is the first appearance of Hellcat. Now my copy is definitely a reader copy. I picked it up in a lot. I think I got maybe 200 issues of the Avengers for $80. Not all of them are this bad, but this one's definitely a reader copy. But if you can find a good copy of that, I think that'll be some money. Patsy's got her own series, I want to say. Now this one kind of broke away from the Serpent Saga. This one's 146. It's got a Gil Kane cover, so if you can find that. Look for the 30-cent variant. A lot of these had a 30-cent variant. I'm sorry, this was 145. I apologize. I think I said 146. Here's 146. This is another Gil Kane cover, though, and this is also another one where you need to find the 30-cent variant if you really want something rare. I just really love that cover. Even with Iron Man having that nose on his on his faceplate, it's just got such a sweet team right there. Here's 147. This issue they returned to the Serpent Crown saga. You also should look for these for the Squadron Supreme. Hyperion is supposed to be kind of big in the return of the Marvel Universe come October, so we'll have to see what he does in the movies too. Here is issue 149. This was the conclusion of the Serpent Crown Saga, Part 7. It's got this awesome battle though inside it. It's got Thor and a Hellcat battle. They're not battling each other, obviously. Thor's on the cover here battling Orca. But it's one of those series that I definitely could see being made into a movie. So I recommend you check those ones out. Back to a little bit of X-Men action. Here's X-Men number 95. Like I said in my last video, I showed, I think, X-Men 94. And growing up, I was just a huge fan of this exact lineup of the X-Men. So I really want to show these copies and kind of give the significance as to why I think other people should appreciate them as much as I do. Number 95 here is The Death of Thunderbird. So that's a fun one to pick up. Number 96 has got this beautiful cover. The yellow just really stands out to me. 96 is also the first appearance of Moira McTaggart, so that's key to me. Number 97 is also a beautiful cover. I think this is super iconic. If I could, I would put this up as a poster on every room in my house. This is also kind of got the first appearance of Lilandra. They don't show her face or her name, but it kind of begins the X-Men's adventures in space. Here's number 98. This is the first time that the new team battles the Sentinels. The Sentinels are an underappreciated villain for the X-Men. They've been there since pretty much the beginning, and they're badass. I mean, they adapt and they take out really, really strong mutants all the time. So, I mean, I've seen recently that they're showing a lot more of the Sentinels in current comics, but I think that they need to come back up, or they need to be shown more in X-Men movies. Here's number 99. This is the first appearance of Black Tom Cassidy. So you got that, which also kind of starts the beginning to the new X-Men in their battles against Magneto. He doesn't show up yet, but this is kind of the start of that. And here's another iconic cover, X-Men number 100. This is another one that I think should be on a poster in every room of my house. It features the new team of X-Men battling the old team of X-Men. Now this one's also kind of a reader copy, but I got this one for super cheap too. So I'll be on the lookout for a higher grade, but for now, this definitely is okay to fill the hole in my collection. Alrighty, from something a little bit old to something a little bit new. This is Deadpool Kills Deadpool number 1 by Cullen Bunn. Cullen Bunn is one of those writers that I think every comic book fan needs to at least read one of his issues. He's groundbreaking in the way that he tells stories. He doesn't try and make you think too much, but he leaves you with a lot of questions, which I appreciate. I don't want everything to be explained to me in a comic. I want to have a wonder as to what's going to happen next. Deadpool Kills Deadpool number 2. Now in this, Deadpool is his normal crazy self, and he believes that there's an evil Deadpool that he needs to destroy, or who is trying to destroy him, but I don't know, you gotta read it. This is also one of those first comics that got me back into reading, like Uncanny Avengers did. I just saw the cover at number 1 and I thought, a Deadpool, it's a number 1, why not? Let's pick it up. And from there went my wallet. This is number 3, obviously. The artwork in these are great too. There's a lot of comedy in Deadpool, but the artwork is very graphic. This is definitely not for kids, but it's fun at the same time. Here's number 4. Now, I think they could have done a lot more with the cover in number 4. I mean, I like the solid black, but I do appreciate a cover that shows a lot of action. A nice battle scene on the cover always gets my heart pumping. From Deadpool Kills Deadpool, we should show Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. Now, this is a series that is definitely hot. Prices on eBay range anywhere from $50 to $100 for the set, and I see that only going up from here. The print run was pretty small. There is second prints that are pretty cool, but I recommend you go for the first prints. Here's number 2. I also think that the number 1 cover is a pretty iconic cover. I think people will be searching for that in the years to come. Here's issue number 3. Now, I was lucky enough to pick these guys up right on eBay the same day that I picked up Deadpool Kills Deadpool number 1. I wanted to know, why was Deadpool after Deadpool? Why is he believing that all life must be destroyed? So I got these for a pretty good deal. Picked up the package. I want to say 1 through 4 for 18 bucks. So I got lucky. Doesn't mean you can't find them for cheaper than $50, because I definitely see it. It happens all the time. It just, as Mercenaut says, it depends on the weather. So, and continuing the theme of limited series, let's go to Gambit number 1 from his 1 through 4. This is a 1 through 4 that you can find for cheap still, but I don't think that that'll be the same for long. I think the prices are going to rise on these too. I think Gambit's popularity, while it's pretty big right now, I think it's only going to increase with the movie. I have faith in Channing Tatum, Team Tatum, I guess. The art on these is pretty sweet too. I mean, if you read the stories, it's got a lot about the origin of Gambit and Belladonna and his Cajun roots. Number 3. Number 3 is pretty simple. There's not a lot going on. I mean, none of them have all that much going on, but I just think the colors on that with the green and the browns mixed together, and then just the word Gambit in the background, I enjoy it. And here's issue 4. So yeah, if you want, I think you should go look for these issues. Here's another limited series that I definitely recommend you pick up. This is Wolverine. This is number 1 of 4. This is the Claremont series. This is his first solo. Now these books, these will cost you something. Pretty penny. But they are also definitely worth it. This is one of the first times that they delve into the history of Wolverine, his Japanese roots, his ninja warrior style. Number 2. And these are all in near mint, I'd say. Or at least they were listed that way, and I don't know if they are. But I got lucky on these 2. I found them, it was a late night auction, Sunday night. That's the best time to be searching for comics on eBay. I want to say I got 1 through 4 for $45, and number 1 itself can go for that much, if not higher. Here's number 3. And even though Wolverine's dead right now, he's still one of the most popular characters in the Marvel Universe, and nothing's going to change that. I don't even think Deadpool can top Wolverine. I just don't see it happening. And here's number 4. Alrighty. I got one last thing to show you guys, and I just want to thank everybody for checking this video out. I'm hoping for some longer videos next time. Right now my daughter's napping upstairs, so I don't want to risk this one going too long. So I'm just going to show this last one, but I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you to Philly Cuts for giving me the shout out. If you don't know who Philly Cuts is, he does a weekly haul every week. He just reached a year, which is a huge milestone. I see a lot of people start up these comic channels go 1, 2, 3 videos in and then I never hear from them again. I never see a new video coming up. So that's pretty big, I think, for him. And this last issue we're going to show is Uncanny X-Men number 275. Now, there's nothing too important about it. It's an early Gambit issue. It's right before the X-Men 91 series kind of started, but the importance of this one is that it's double signed. This one's got a signature by Jim Lee and by Chris Claremont. And besides Stan Lee, I think Chris Claremont is the top signature to get in as far as Marvel Comics go. Alrighty, guys. Also, if you're looking at my background here, this is the Carnage #1 from the new series that's going to be starting up come this fall. And then also this is a signed poster by Matthew Rosenberg and the We Can Never Go Home team. I can't say enough for how much I appreciate this series, and I think that it's going to do big things. There's an ongoing that's going to be starting up in 2016, so if you can find 1 through 5 on eBay or at your local comic shop, I recommend it. Alrighty, guys. Thank you again. Have a great day.